All right, welcome to the Free Word Movement Podcast. This is number 1 episode. Yes, number 1. And you're going to get all the lowdown, man. My name is Ellis. Diakonos Management is my company. So just want to let y'all know. And this is my boy.
It's your boy JD, FORD. Head of Crown and Sign Motivation, man. Look me up, check me out. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm there. Giving it to you, always.
Motivational speaking, that's what he do. So if you got somebody out there that you need to get him to talk to, he'll talk to him, I promise you.
Yes,
that's
sir.
a great job. So what we talking about today, man?
Man, so we're going to jump into these relationships.
Ooh, relationship.
I've been hearing quite a bit out here. Ain't no good men. These females, they just all tricks. They just want your money. So let's find out what they really looking for. I don't know, E, what you looking for?
Man,
And I understand that.
Look.
My boy done been through some things, so he might not be that dude that's quick to jump out there.
yo, man.
Feel me on that. He might not be that guy.
Let me tell you, man, I'm done with the hips, whips, lips, and fingertips.
Facts.
Because that don't even pay off in the end, bro.
Facts.
I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Now, you can't find you one and good, but that shouldn't be the primary. All right?
No.
Because if she ain't got no head on her shoulders, bro,
Done.
you in trouble.
Done.
If she can't think for herself, she can't make no money, she ain't no hustler, bro, you in trouble. I'm going to tell you that.
So you not necessarily looking for a woman as much as you looking for a partner and a teammate.
A companion, man. Somebody that can be,
Right.
that can match my hustle, man. That match my grind.
Exactly.
That's going to help me, you know what I'm saying, get somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm the only one pulling this wagon and you sitting in the wagon, eventually I'm going to get tired. And then that's going to leave us. Sitting on the side of the
Now
road.
y'all stuck.
We both sitting in the wagon, chilling.
Y'all both stuck.
Stuck.
Time moving by, lanes moving by, y'all sitting there.
Yep. She could be trying to wave somebody down to help us with the wagon, trying to help me pull the wagon, push the wagon while I'm pulling something. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
tell me this here. Is it really a 50-50 thing in a relationship?
No, and that's wrong, man. I'm going to tell you straight up.
Okay.
That is wrong. If you working in a relationship and y'all giving 50-50, y'all struggling. And the reason I say that
Facts.
is, if you in a relationship and you really in a relationship and you saying you giving your all,
Yeah.
then your all should be 100%, right?
Facts.
So both of y'all in a relationship should be giving 100%.
Exactly.
Because here's the thing: if you're not giving 100%, and say you giving 70,
Right.
but your girl giving 130, she gonna tire out. She gonna
Exactly.
burn out. She gonna eventually burn out. And I'm telling you from experience, man. I was giving 50%. She was giving 50%, and we was never, ever getting out.
Never where you supposed to be.
No, man, never getting out, man. But we felt like we was giving our all.
Right.
But that ain't what it is, man. You got to be giving 100%. So
At
if that
all
person
times.
falls, say if that person gets sick, say if that person get down,
Right.
it ain't gonna miss a beat because you still carrying the load. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
At 100%, you doing it anyway. So it don't even matter.
Well, the thing is too, if both of y'all giving 100, then that means both of y'all are ahead. As a unit, y'all are ahead. So even if one of y'all fall, guess what? You didn't fall behind. You just picking up a little extra. But guess what? As soon as they get back home, y'all still ahead.
And that's what makes a real good partner, right? If you fall down and you only able to give 50%,
Right.
and that other person say that's cool, I'm gonna give 150%, then guess what? Eventually, when you get your 100 back, y'all ain't miss a beat. You feel me? Because if
Facts.
she fall off and give a 50, if she fall off and can't give a 50, and you give 150,
Right.
then you know what? That's when you know that you got somebody, man. That's when you know
Yeah.
you got a true partner. But if you fall off and can't only give 50,
Yes.
and they only giving 50,
Man.
that relationship ain't gonna work anyway. You got what I'm saying? And that's really, 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 man. I done bumped my head. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah.
When I got to the point where I was just able to give 50 because I was tired.
Yeah.
Well, that other
Right.
person was only giving 50 anyway,
Right.
right? So when
You
they
exhausted.
looked over at me and trying to pull 100 from me, I was in trouble, man, and it all fell apart because I didn't have it to give at that time.
And understand, ladies, we're not attacking y'all. We just speaking from our experience.
No, I ain't saying it's just
I know
women.
some women who have gone through that same thing.
Yeah, I ain't saying
You
it's just
know.
women. I'm saying your partner in general in the relationship.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But women, I will tell you this, women. If you looking for a man to provide for you, you gotta bring something to the table.
Yeah.
You can't come to the table talking about I cook and clean. Take me as I am.
Not today.
But your credit score 450. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a hustler. And you gotta make that man wanna provide for you because he sees the sweat and tears that you done been through. And he's saying, man, if I can provide for her, I can get her to help me on the back end run the business.
Right.
You feel me?
And I'm gonna
'Cause I know
tell
she gonna do
y'all,
it.
as a man who's in a relationship, that is the greatest feeling. My greatest feeling is the fact she makes me want to do things for her. I know she riding with me. I know she got me. She makes me want to go out of my way. Anything she want, I want to give it to her because I know she rocking with me. I know if I get sick right now, I'm never alone. There's some dudes right now, if you get sick, she leaving.
Yeah. She gonna bounce, bro.
She leaving. Hey, no, I ain't signed up for this. Well, how didn't you? What did you think being in a relationship was all about? I'll tell y'all this. Conversation and observation go hand in hand.
Wow.
I
You gonna have
used
to tell me about that one. I don't understand.
I used to say, when I was coming up, I used to always say, man, conversation rule the nation. No.
Right?
Observation is a much greater key.
Observation.
I feel like a lot of people, this is men and women, we get stuck in situations because we so busy running our mouth that we missed everything that was going on right in front of us.
Wow.
We didn't observe nothing. We missed it all.
Wow.
We didn't see a thing.
You know-
because we was doing all this here. This is all we could do. We was running that, yap, that's it.
But you know what though? Now that you say that, you be in a relationship and you see it. You see the signs, man. You see it be written on the wall. It be a big red sign come up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It be all kind of stuff. But it be what you want. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You be like, you be in your feelings like, no, I see it. I can change it. No, you can't.
No.
I'm going to tell you right now, from my experience, if it's written on the wall and that sign come up, bro,
Yes.
it's true.
Done
All
deal.
that stuff true, bro. All that
It's a
stuff
done
true.
deal.
You can't change it.
You got to pay attention. Pay attention. And this is before the relationship even gets started. I got 2 sons. I tell my sons this all the time. First of all, I tell them don't even have girlfriends. Have friends. First of all, because you're too young right now, and you saw this pretty girl over here, guess what? When you bend the corner, you're going to see another one. And right now, you don't possess the capacity mentally to just be with one. So don't waste their time. And don't waste your time, because time is too valuable. Trust me, conversation and observation go hand in hand. It can't be all about talk. You got to pay attention to what's in front of you, what's there. Observe women, check him out. See how he dress, see how he talk, see how he carry himself, not just in front of you, when he at least expect to see you.
Wow. And you know what a wise man told me, man? Recently?
Go ahead.
He say, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
That ain't true. That ain't even biblical. I say, what you mean that ain't biblical? He say,
on,
because happy wife, happy life got us in a situation we in right now.
Woo.
He say,
Man.
if Adam wasn't trying to make Eve happy, she would have never bit that fruit. And
Man.
he would have never bit the fruit because he would have did what was supposed to be done. and said, "No, we ain't doing it." But because he wanted to make her happy,
Did y'all hear that?
he ate the fruit.
Man,
So,
hold up.
ladies, I hate to
Come
say
on.
it, man, but I'm gonna say it, man. Happy wife, happy life is not biblical. Cause sometimes y'all say some stuff and put us in situations
Exactly.
that ain't called for. Especially when you're married. When you're married, you gotta believe that God is the head of the house.
Exactly.
Now, if God's the head of the house, then that means God's giving the commands
Right?
to your husband.
Exactly.
Now, if God giving the command to your husband and your husband giving the commands to you, then that means that anything outside of what your husband told you is outside of the will of God
All
for
the
your
time.
relationship.
Man, hold up, bro.
Man, they ain't gonna want to hear that. They ain't gonna wanna hear that.
Speak it.
But that's realistic, man. That's the realistic. And so many times that men, we want to make our wives happy. We want to make them so happy, man. You know.
Yeah.
And you go out and you do stuff that you know good and doggone well,
But
it just ain't supposed to happen.
well, you reacted on your emotions.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with being an emotional person. But when you emotionally make decisions, it's gonna be your downfall. It's gonna be your downfall. And men, unfortunately, I think back to them old men where they used to be like, man, he don't show no emotions. I kind of get it now because he was thinking. He was too busy thinking with this and not with this. Like, you know what? She's not going to like what I'm about to do, but it's for the betterment of what we have going on right now. But then there's that other guy, I just want to make baby happy. I just want to make sure she love me at the end of the night. But then guess what? When it all fall apart, she's going to blame you. Well, why would you do that? Well, I was trying to make you happy. Well, okay, I'm not happy.
I'm not happy. Hey, we could sit here and talk about I'm not happy
Man.
forever. I'm not happy. First of all, let me tell y'all something about being happy.
Uh-oh.
Being happy starts with you being happy with you. If you ain't happy with you, can't nobody make you happy. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Facts.
Because if that man or that woman is trying their best to make you happy, they doing everything they can, they going out their way to make you happy. If you're not happy with yourself, there's nothing, I mean absolutely nothing that they can do to make you happy.
Me and my baby got a saying. Each of us is responsible for our own happiness.
Yes, sir.
It is
sir.
not her job to make me happy.
Yes, sir.
The minute that we start leaning on another person to make us happy, man, we are going to crash and burn. Because you don't realize, if it's up to another person to make you happy, you're draining them.
Yep. And they're going 100%.
Yeah, they've invested all their energy into making you happy while they're miserable.
Yep.
So you, what did you gain? You gained a whole nother issue because now you happy and you trying to figure out, well, shoot, I'm happy. What's wrong with her? Or what's wrong with him? Why he not happy? They exhausted themselves trying to make sure you was happy.
That's just like 1 + 1 is 2 all day long, man. See, I'm a math person myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
And everything, I relate everything to math. 1 + 1 is 2 all day long.
Ain't
right?
gonna change.
1 + 0 is 1 all day long.
Yes,
So
sir.
what I'm telling you is, if you happy and she happy, then both of y'all can come into a happy relationship and be happy. But if one of y'all happy and the other one ain't happy, then guess what? It's gonna be half and half. You gonna be half happy, she gonna be half happy, and it's just gonna be one whole happy, and neither one of y'all
Exactly.
truly happy. I'm just talking from experience, man. You know,
Right.
And I'm not saying that it was the other person in the relationship, so you gonna have to just guess on your own. It could have been me. I ain't finna try to pinpoint nobody, but just know that happiness, man, starts inside first. You got to be happy with yourself, and man, as a African American community,
Man.
if you need help, man, go get help. I know that ain't got nothing to do with. Yeah, that got a lot to do with
relationships.
relationships.
Yeah, it do.
If you need help, go get help, man. If you need help, go get help. Go get you some psychiatric help, man, and sit down and talk to somebody. It ain't got to be the pastor, because sometimes people don't like to tell their pastor they been.
Right.
Go get you some professional help then, man. You know what I'm saying?
And believe me, this is all true. This is very true, because there's some of us, we so damaged by our community, by our family, by our friends. I once told somebody, I say, you know the crazy part, this is something that I learned growing up in the black community. We love to talk about people when they don't know something. We don't help. We don't encourage. We don't try and lift them up. We don't try and help them gain that knowledge or wisdom that they're missing. We love to laugh and crack jokes about what they don't know, not realizing that person takes all of that and he or she grows up with it. And they carry it, and now they out in the real world, and you looking at them like, man, they can't never get their life together. But it's because nobody's ever really taken the time to try and help them. Nobody's taking the time to try and guide them or give them that knowledge and wisdom. And they're afraid to say something because they don't want you to ridicule them. They don't want you to make fun of them.
And that's why the slogan to this is the word is it should be told, not sold.
Exactly.
Because so many times, man, we get this knowledge and we expect people to buy it from us. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just helping somebody, you know, because in other communities, they helping each other.
All the time.
They helping each other. They not charging you to get the knowledge. They helping you.
All the time.
Even if they got to dig in their pocket and help you and you got to pay them back, they going to help you. But in our community, we look for this money, and it's sad that I can't just come to you and say, hey man, I seen you started your business, man, and you flourishing. Man, can I get some time for you to just talk to me and tell me how you did it?
Right.
Nah, man, you're going to have to get it on your own. Get it how you live, man. Get it how I live? Why should I have to bump my head? You know what I'm saying? And now here it is. I'm looking at you like, I'm mad at you because you won't even just give me some knowledge that's really free. But you just had the opportunity to go pinpoint where the knowledge was.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's the whole thing. Like, I got knowledge, you got knowledge, right? My knowledge is probably different than yours. So
right.
It ain't the fact that you don't want the knowledge. It ain't the fact that you probably ain't seeking the knowledge. You probably don't know exactly where to go get it, and I do.
Well, we find ourselves a lot of times, and understand, y'all, we still on relationship. We just talking about a different aspect of relationships.
Right.
We find ourselves a lot of times where we afraid to see somebody else get ahead. I don't get that. I never will. Like, first of all, this is what you got to understand. Just because I tell you something don't mean you're going to get to where because first of all, you got to either have my same hustle or you got to be that much more of a hustler than me.
Yes, sir.
And who knows? Me telling you might spark me. I might have been chilling, comfortable. But now I done told you and I done looked over and like, oh man, this boy is coming. So now I got to upgrade my hustle.
Because we sitting here talking about this the first episode, and all y'all see is, oh man, these two guys just jumped on here and we just talking. No, man, this is a lot of hard work, dedication, and consistency that went behind this. If you go to this man's page, you'll see him on there. He's been talking for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? If you go to my page, I've been quiet for a minute because I've been sitting back thinking and trying to come up with how can we really sit down and make it beneficial.
Yeah.
It ain't about money, really. Yeah. This is really not about money. It's about making it beneficial to people, man, that don't have to go through what we went through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just want to help.
We
want to help. We want to be of service to you. I always said, you know, especially I'm somebody who grew up in church, and I serve in the church now. But there's so many other ways outside the church that you can serve. You can still do God's work without necessarily being at the church. And this is our way of doing it by giving this game, giving this knowledge, helping people understand, helping people grow. Like, one of my biggest things is I would love to see my brothers and sisters grow. I love to see them get better and do better. But how they gonna do that if everything that I know, everything I've experienced or I find out, I keep it to myself? I just watch the demise of my culture, of my community, of my family, of my friends. I just watch everybody go down because I don't want to share. I don't want to put it out there. No. They gotta find out on their own. Yeah, okay. Then when they gone, then you sitting back thinking about, dang, man, I could have said something. I could have did this. I could have did that. Yeah, you could have.
Could you imagine? Check this out. Like all the people that came before us, the reason that we're where we are today as a community is some people they sacrificed.
Exactly.
Not only did they sacrifice for individually, they sacrificed to save others.
Facts.
I mean, save others. You
Facts.
know, they didn't hold the information to themselves. What if Martin Luther King would have held the knowledge that he had and said, "Nah, I ain't leading no march. I'm good right here preaching at this little church, making this little money. I got my degree.
I'm good.
Y'all good. I'm good." You know what I'm saying? No, man. He said, "Okay, I got a little knowledge. I got a little influence. I can probably talk to some people better than a lot of other cats, man.
Exactly.
All right, man, let's do this thing." I ain't gonna lie and tell you up front. He was like, "Yo, I'm ready." No, they probably had to sit down and be like, "Come on, man, we can do it, man." But he eventually said, "Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it." Now, my thing is, and here's my question to you.
Go ahead.
Right? We're talking about the relationship. We're talking about the household. We're talking about the broken families in the black community,
Right.
relationships or whatever, right? As a black man,
Okay.
right? Because I can't talk about a black woman, but as a black man,
Right.
where do we start to change it?
I mean, it starts with us. And this is something that when I talk to young boys, you know, or even young ladies, it starts with us. Like, somebody has to be willing to say, "Hey, I see you finna make a mistake. Let me share something with you." Now, they might not listen. They might not follow through on it. But plant that seed. If you plant that seed, eventually it's going to grow. It might not grow when you want it to, but it's going to grow. They say a bamboo tree, it takes 5 years before it even blooms. Some of y'all can't wait 5 minutes for food.
5 minutes for nothing.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It takes 5 years before you even see any life in it. But the seed has to be planted. And I definitely feel like as a black man, it starts with us. We got to get, I'll tell you this here, and I was sharing this with my boy before we started this. We have to do two things, which is be vulnerable, but also embrace our animal instinct. These are essential to our paths to success.
Animal instinct. Tell me about that animal instinct thing. I ain't getting
The thing is, when people say they go in beast mode,
right.
this means they've released something primal in them.
Mm-hmm.
Where they have become a hunter.
Mm-hmm.
They become a hunter and they got, hey, it's time to go get it. When you see a lion, man, when you see a lion on the hunt, he is so serious, so vicious. I mean, bro, he don't miss a beat, bro, and stuff. But he's not sitting back thinking, Scar and them probably gonna say something if I go out. No, he's saying, Simba got to eat tonight.
I gotta go get it.
Simba got to eat tonight, and I can't come back home without this, or he gonna starve. You gotta embrace that. A lot of us, and I know some people out there, they scared to embrace that. They scared to embrace their primal instinct in fear of hurting somebody, stepping on somebody's toes, what people are gonna say about them. To hell with that. Yes, I said that. To hell with that. You gotta let that go. Let it go. And don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Vulnerability only it will hinder you if you allow it to. Because you're so afraid to express your fears and what's really there. But when you express and you release, guess what? Now your animal instinct creeps in. Ain't nothing else to hold it back. Fear holds back your animal instinct all day long. I don't care what nobody tell you. Let them tell you whatever they want to, but fear holds back your animal instinct.
Yep. I got you. I got you.
It will always do it. You don't believe me?
Just watch. No.
Watch a dog. Find a dog all by itself on the street. Now, that dog that's out there alone on the street, you ever notice how you could jump at it? He tuck his tail and run.
Mm-hmm. Some of them.
See, he lost that instinct. But now try that with a pit bull that somebody keep grooming, keep fed, keep taking care. He ain't missed a beat. He wish you would. He wish you would jump at him. It's gonna end for you today.
So now here's my question.
Go ahead.
Should both male and female in the house have that animal instinct?
Yeah, you got to. You got to, because like you say, there's gonna come a point in time where that male might be down. So I'm giving you a prime example, and a lot of people don't know this. In a wolf pack, there's an alpha and there's a beta, but there's also another alpha. There's a male alpha that leads the entire pack, but there's also a female alpha. If you ever see a wolf pack together, the alpha wolf, if he is under attack, his weak spot is his throat. The female automatically jumps in front of him, under him, to protect his throat.
So she sacrifices herself.
No, well, she's fighting with him. She's protecting him where she knows he's weak at.
Okay.
But if she don't have no animal instinct in her, she can't do that. If your female don't have no animal instinct, she can't protect your blind side. That means you all out there alone. And for those of y'all that don't understand the importance of a beta, if you got a son, just look at him. Because the beta is always second in command. He's next to step up and run the pack. So he almost has to be just as strong as you. Just saying.
I got you. And that makes a lot of sense.
They both got to have it.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, you look at it differently than me, though.
Okay, go ahead.
So here's what I think, right? And I just analyzed the historic pattern of the black community, right?
All right.
And I think about, I'm a 70s baby, right?
Yup.
So in the 70s,
I'm with you.
So I was born in 70, right?
So,
the parents before my father, there was both male and female there. Now,
okay.
in my father's instance, right, he was raised by his grandparents, but both male and female was there.
All right.
And the man provided, my grandfather provided for the family, right? Although my father seen that, right, he was spoiled.
Right.
Because that man made sure that he had everything that he wanted and needed, which was the job that the man did at that point in time.
Right.
Now, he wasn't the teacher, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that time, he was out in the fields. He was out, because my great-grandfather was on the railroad. He was out on the railroad. He was always working.
Right.
So when he came home, he ain't had time to do no talking and all that. He had time to eat, get some rest, and be ready to go back to work. Make sure everything taken care of at the house and be ready to go back to work. Well, Mom Well, the grandmother or the mom is the one at the house educating the kids, right? But as a mother, they're natural born nourishers.
All the time.
As a woman, she's a natural born nourisher. She
All
don't
the
want to
time.
see the baby cry. She don't want to see the child hurting. She don't want to see the child disappointed.
It's mama's
right?
baby.
So naturally, the mothers was spoiling the children, right?
Right.
Now, let's take it when that child becomes an adult,
Okay.
right? I'm still spoiled.
Mm.
As a man now, I'm still spoiled, right? That's
on
why
now.
a lot of our generation fathers was absent.
Exactly.
Because if it didn't go like he wanted it to go in the house,
He bounced.
I'm gone. I'm spoiled. I gotta have what I need. I gotta have what I want.
He bounced.
And if I ain't getting what I want and what I need, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why a lot of them had kids all over the place because they got what they wanted. It don't matter. They was spoiled, right?
Exactly.
So here you are again. You got a generation of men now raised by a bunch of women. But these women mad.
At
Got
the
me?
whole, at the whole world.
Now the women before were happy. You know what I'm saying? They were nourishers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But now you got some mad black women
Exactly.
raising men, right? That look like they daddy. You got what I'm saying? So now here it is, you got some mad black men looking like they daddy, and they saying you ain't gonna be nothing.
Right.
You're gonna be just like your daddy.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? Get out my face. You know what I'm saying? And you as a man, as that black man, know what it felt like, right?
Yes, sir.
To not have your daddy there, to get raised without your father,
Right.
right? So now you got a lot of those fathers that in our generation, right now, is trying to fix it.
Right.
But guess what? You also had in the same household.
Come on now.
Bunch of mad black little girls. You know what I'm saying? Because daddy wasn't there. You see what I'm saying? So now you and this woman trying to make it
He
happen with
preaching
this
now.
woman, and this woman telling you, I don't care, I can do this by myself.
All the time.
Because I saw my mama do it by myself.
Right.
So now it's hard for the man that's trying to fix this generational curse, because she done saw her mama do it by herself, and she swore up and down, just like the little boy swore up and down he wasn't gonna leave his kid.
Right.
The little girl swore up and down she ain't gonna never be her mama. She ain't gonna never let a man treat her like her mama got treated. Got me? So now there's a disconnect, right?
Majorly.
Because now you got these kids coming up with daddy want to be in their life.
Right.
Daddy doing what he can. You got what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got mama like, don't even worry about your daddy. If he ain't there, he ain't there. If he here, he here. So what?
Right.
Mama got you. You got what I'm saying? So now it's a confusion stage. These kids, now, they done turn to Facebook. They done turn to the phone because they don't know who to listen to. You
All the
feel me?
time.
Daddy saying he love him, but mama say that man don't care about you. That man don't care about us. You got what I'm saying?
And stop that. Please. Stop it.
So I honestly think I don't know how to fix it, man. I really don't know where it's gonna fix it, and I don't think it's
Well,
gonna fix itself. But
I'll throw this in there too. To all the strong black women out there, I salute you. I was raised by one.
me too.
This is the thing though that I thank my mother for. The one thing she told me, she said, son, I cannot teach you how to be a man. You're gonna have to figure that out for yourself. She didn't throw my daddy under the bus. She didn't say nothing about him. She just told me, I'm sorry, he not here to do what he's supposed to do. Because my daddy was one of them spoiled men. Let me just keep one of them. He was one of them spoiled men. Grandma spoiled him. To this day, he still spoiled. Cool. No hard feelings. I'm doing my thing. I'm living my life. Ladies, this is the thing. You can raise him. You can teach him responsibility. You can teach him accountability. But there will still be some things that he lacks as a young man. And I'm speaking from experience because For all that my mom taught me about being responsible, how to take care of myself, all of this, being around some hustlers, some ballers, some strong dudes on the block, all of this, as I got older and I got into the real world, I realized there was still a lot of things I didn't know about being a man.
Yep.
Now, this is the thing though. Had my mama been that woman that down talked my dad and said this and said that, it probably would have been a whole lot worse for me. But I was fortunate enough to seek out men who had it together, men who knew what they were doing, not just in life, but in business as well. And you got to be willing to guide your sons to do that. Don't just know I got this. You do to an extent, but just know when you say that, you're about to hinder him from learning things that he needs to know.
Now, in my situation, my mama did. She was like, "Yo, that nigga ain't no good." You know what I'm saying? like she straight up told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know, you want to go to your daddy's house? You gonna live there? Don't you see he don't want you? You know, stuff like that.
Right.
But the only thing that made me say, man, my dad can't be that bad of a person, because when it was his time to come get me,
yeah,
he was there faithfully every other weekend,
right.
and once a month in the summer, my daddy came. And I was like, if this such a bad guy, why he keep coming? Right?
Yeah.
Now, granted,
yeah.
The only thing he taught me now, the only thing my dad told me was, keep you a spare tire, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't you just have no one woman keep you a spare tire. And I was like, yeah, it didn't work too good for you, Pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see, yeah, you ain't seeing what I see in the house, bro. My mama broke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My mama broken, bro. You broke my mama. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about financially. I'm talking about her spirit.
Yeah, right.
Feel me?
I got you.
So I was like, I don't think that's the right thing to do. But you know, I just had to figure it out on my own. I had some men in my family, you know what I'm saying, some strong black men, but
right.
most of them was divorced too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I had an uncle one time. He told me, I called him when I had my first child, and he's like, you know, son, I say, I'm pregnant. He was like, no, you're not. I said, what you mean? It's like, men don't get pregnant. I said, all right, man. You know, the girl I'm dating, she pregnant. Yeah. He was like, all right, well, I understand that. He said, but let me tell you something. And I should have took heed to it. He said, you can be a great father without being a husband.
Right.
And that was truly
facts.
You got what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm not saying facts like that's the way it should be. I'm saying facts that if you get caught in that situation to where, you know, it happens, right?
Yeah.
That shouldn't force you into a marriage, right? Because that doesn't mean that that's the woman that's meant for you.
Right.
But you still need to take care of your child.
Exactly.
And y'all should come to an agreement. Now, I was blessed to have a woman that, you know, she understood that, hey, I'm going to be a father. So she didn't have to turn around and put them people in my life and all that, because my son got anything and everything he wanted and he needed from his daddy. Now, and the good thing is, women, keep them people out y'all ear, man. Because there was a time when my son, she was leaving and going out of town, moving, and my son, she asked my son, did you want to stay with your dad or come with me? She gave him the option, and he said he wanted to stay with his dad.
Right.
And he came stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
And she had to fight those people in her ear saying, why would you leave him with his father? Well, that was the desires of his heart. And we had that relationship where she knew that I was going to be a father to my child.
Right.
And there was no beef, there was no ruckus, no nothing. When she wanted to see my son, hey, when that's your mama, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do for him, that's your mama, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I was blessed with that. But I know a lot of men, man, they ain't blessed with that woman that understand, man.
Yeah, let's just say I've had my trials and tribulations.
Now let me ask you this though. Here's a good question.
Okay.
You're in a relationship with a woman, right?
Right.
She's got kids.
Right.
You there in the house with her, right? Let's say y'all got married, and you're there in the house with her, and her kids are there.
Right.
But your ex won't allow you to have a relationship with yours. How can you be a father figure to those kids when you can't even be a father figure to your own? How could you make that work? As a man, how can you make that work?
Well, this is the thing. You make it work because if the woman you with has a desire to be with you and she wants you to be a part of her kid's life, she's gonna hold you to certain expectations. She's gonna expect you to be that man in her kid's life. Which, first of all, I tell dudes all the time, if you know a woman got kids and you ain't trying to be a father to her kids, leave her alone. Don't waste that woman's time. Let her be. Let her go about her business. Don't do it.
Right.
You know, but it's almost a gift. It's a gift from God when that woman that you do have a child with, she won't allow you. And I've heard some dudes say, "Man, how a woman gonna stop you from easy? She put them people in your life, or you going all over the country because you don't even know the address yet because she purposely moving." I know some women that have done this, purposely move and don't tell the man where they at, change their number. They are purposely doing this so that this man cannot have a relationship with his kid. And the whole time she's gone, she's telling the kid, "Well, you see he ain't here. You see he ain't here. He don't want you. He don't want to have nothing to do with you." But then I get mad when you get with this other woman. Because the one thing I learned is when you are a father.
You over there playing house.
Yeah. This is the thing. When you're a father and the responsibility of you being a father is being interfered with, that love and that energy has to transition somewhere. So it's almost easy for you to be a father and a role model to this woman's kids because they're there. You want to get his love to your own. And like I say, if you don't want to be a father, let that woman be. Do not waste her time. Let her go. But if you're going to be with her, it's a package deal.
Yeah.
That means you being a father is part of that deal.
Yeah.
There is no choice in this matter. And I always say, use it as practice. If you constantly being a father to them, guess what? That just means when you get yours, you're going to be an even better father. When it finally come through and you got your youngin' with you, you're going to be that much better because you ain't missed a beat because you've been practicing with them. You've been doing all that you're supposed to do with them. So now when God finally opened them doors and you got yours with you, like I got mine right now. Shout out, I love my little man. Shout out to my little man. My little man Jalen here at the crib with me and stuff. Hey, don't miss a beat, man. Like, sometimes, yes, things happen. Like, I will not sit here and act to y'all like I was always the most responsible person. A lot of my stuff happened because I had a lack of knowledge on how to deal with situations. But I surrounded myself, one, with God-fearing men, men who were fathers from day one, who didn't mind sharing with me on how to deal with situations, how to conduct myself. And that's what I was trying to tell y'all ladies. It's going to be some things that your sons are not going to have because they can only get it from another man.
Because whether you know it or not, being a black man ain't easy, man.
Who?
Being
Not
a black
today.
man is not easy. And
Not in a relationship, not on a job, not in this world.
And if I could tell some of them beautiful women that's trying to be a black man how hard it is to really be a black man, I don't think they'd ever want to be.
I met a young lady today, and it was a Caucasian young lady, obviously, and she had a mixed young girl, and I asked her, I say, so is she a daddy's girl? And her response to me was, I'm the daddy. I was just like, I say, okay. I hear you. I hope you don't think like that for the rest of your life, because she gonna have some daddy issues when she get older that you ain't gonna be able to do nothing about.
And what we talking about, man, ladies, we not saying that men are right, all men are right.
No.
Because there is some black men in our generations that's jacked up too. Because they was raised in a 2-parent household and the man was gone, and the same thing. Yeah. But anyway,
Facts.
I'm just telling you from experience, man, and I'm gonna tell you from really a lot of life experiences that I've been through and I've experienced through other folks. So,
right.
You know, I'm a father, and I pride myself on being a good father. I think I did a great job, man. My son's in college. He's a junior. He'll be a senior next year. Now, as far as being a husband, I done jacked that up a couple of times. So
look here, and I'm gonna tell y'all, been knowing this man now, what, about 7-8 years? One of the best dads I know.
Hey, but I jacked up some
best dads I know.
And jacking up the relationships is basically not really seeing that relationship in the house. And maybe y'all can help me, because what we want to do with this is, like, if you got any questions about this podcast, anything, put it in the comments below.
Please.
And if you got something that you can help us with, put it in the comments below, because we don't know everything. But I don't know, man. I come into a relationship and I tell the woman everything up front about me. Like, I tell her,
right.
I ain't perfect by no means. I'm trying to get better, but I ain't perfect by no means. I mean, this is like A1 day one when I meet you. And then I tell them, another thing I tell them is, look, man, I don't like drama, because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to argue. I don't. Like, I don't know how to argue, because I didn't see arguing in my house. When my mom and daddy split, I was 6 months old, and then they got remarried when I was like 5. But they had happy relationships where, and you know, there wasn't a lot of arguing in the relationships. Now, and the way my dad used to handle, my biological father used to handle arguments, because my stepmom used to always be arguing with him about me, because me and her didn't get along. So he'd come home and she'd jump in him, right? He'd walk out the room and he'd say, son, let's go.
Wow.
And me and him would jump in the car and we'd ride around, do a lot of different stuff till he figure out she'd sleep. And he'd come back home. And that was his way of dealing with it. So I don't know really how to argue. Sometimes that's the same method I take. Like, if I get into an extreme, like, hey, I can't deal with this, I'll jump in the truck and ride out.
Right.
And then come back later. But that's what I saw. So I tell women up front, hey, man, I'm a real open guy. We could talk about it.
Right.
And come up with an agreement. 9 times out of 10, the woman going to get away if everything it lines up, right?
Facts.
And then another thing is, I just want to be heard.
Yeah.
I might not be right, but me and you were raised 2 different households. So I got to say, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like this. Now, when that woman say, oh, here we go, that pisses me off, bro. Like, I be wanting to fire somebody up, bro. At that point in time, man, hey, it just got from 75 to 90 real quick, bro. I'm hot. Because I got to say, man, if I just sat there and listened to you talk for 25 minutes, I just want you to listen to my 5, man. You know what I'm saying? I just got something to say. So, ladies, just listen to your man. Half of the time, that man going to tell you exactly what's on his mind.
Facts.
He's going to tell you exactly what's on his mind. And once he tell you exactly what's on his mind, you're going to know how to get whatever you want. I mean, that's just on the real, man. Most men, and if you got a man that ain't talking to you, he ain't talking to you for a reason. If you got a man, when you talking to him, he like, yeah, for real, that's straight.
He probably on his way out. Let me just be honest with you.
And if he tells you stuff like, when you say, babe, what you thinking? He like, it's all good, whatever you want to do. That man.
That's not a good look.
That man, my body's here, but my mind is on the other side of town. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Hey, this is straight facts. Look. And I it's the same way, because women, you know y'all do it. When y'all get tired, y'all just be, oh, I mean, whatever, man. You know, you the man, whatever you say. Y'all do it too. Brothers go through that same thing. You gotta give that man his peace of mind. You gotta allow him to speak to you from the heart and let you know, and not look at him like he weak because he's expressing to you.
Man.
I do not get this. First of all, let me help y'all with something. In this day and age, most men were raised by women.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all always want to get y'all point across, what you think your son gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Cause see, he wasn't with his daddy.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't there to see how his daddy handled situations like that.
Mm-hmm.
No. He was dealing with you. He saw how you handle. I always say when I see a young boy get into a dispute and he get mad and start crying, I always know he's raised by his mama. Because see, your daddy show you how to control that, because your daddy don't want you to look soft.
You know what? Now that you say that, that's funny, because my mama was the thug, bro, and my daddy was the peacemaker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My daddy was more like a, I guess how you say, chess player. He'd be like, all right, man, it's all good. And I'd be like, nah, daddy, you need to rip him apart. He's like, nah, we good right now. And he'd come and get you some other time. You know what I'm saying? He'll set you up for the kill. But my mama will eat you live right there on the spot.
0 to 100.
She ain't trying to hear nothing. Man, my mama came home one day and she had a pamphlet, right? And she didn't even know the doctor gave her this pamphlet.
Yeah.
And she looked at it and it said, why not to vote for Barack Obama, right? Now, it's a doctor's office, right? It's just a doctor's office. You know, they got the right to their... My mama looked at me, she say, I ought to go up there and whoop their butt, huh? I say, for what? She say, how they know that? Why would they think that I would want this pamphlet? I ought to go over there and whoop. You think I should? I say, Mom, calm down. Just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
You know our sisters be.
But that mentality rolled over to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen my mama all the time jacking folks up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And you know what I'm saying? She was the enforcer. So
Yes.
being around that all the time, I felt like, yo, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's the way to be. But
Right.
later in life, there was a man that told me, you know what I'm saying? It's not checkers, son. It's chess.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand that. And I was like, not checkers, it's chess. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And he said, man, you making too many moves.
Mm-hmm.
You moving too fast. Slow down.
Facts.
You got what I'm saying? And then until I started to be able to control my anger, that I was able to understand what he was saying and make wiser moves. You know what I'm saying? I still get my incentives and my 2-piece in later on, but there's a wise way to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's some things that can't be taught if you ain't got that man in the house, man. That's teaching you something.
And I'll tell y'all, I picked up a lot of things. Shout out to my boy Forrest Hardy. His dad, rest in peace. Good man. He was always so cool and calm. And as a young boy who didn't have a father around, he would always take the time to pull me to the side and just spit something in my ear and just show me how to maneuver and how to, no, that ain't how you want to handle that. That ain't how you don't want to just jump off the bridge with that. You don't want to do that. So I'm understanding what my man is saying about it being a game of chess, But that's why I say, when it's a man in the house, he's gonna show that young boy how to move, how not to get so emotional. This is why it never really trips me out when I hear a dude jumped on a female. Because if he was raised by his mama, and his mama was a firecracker and she was going off, guess what?
That is true.
He's gonna go off.
Yeah, that is true.
And guess what? 9 times out of 10, he probably saw his mama go off on men and women.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Wow.
When you set him off,
wow. Boom. Look at it, bro.
I don't want nobody to think I'm promoting any violence against women.
We're
It's not what I'm doing.
It's just an
I'm
explanation on why it might be happening.
speaking on why certain things may happen. You gotta take these things in consideration.
Wow, that boy opened that Pandora's box, boy. He went in there and got that, bone.
Hey.
I ain't know you was going in there and get that, bone.
Hey, I'm just letting it be known, man. You gotta look at the situation as a whole.
Wow.
If that boy was raised by his mama and his mama was a firecracker, he's gonna be that way with men and women.
Wow.
It doesn't make it right, but you gotta understand. This is another reason why I tell my sons to just have friends, because you don't know how that girl was raised. Yeah, if she was raised by a mama that's always downgrading men, what you think she finna do with you?
Yeah. I don't need you.
If she was raised by a mama who ready to fight all the time, what you think she finna do? This gonna be that chick that's out there scratching up your car, busting out your windows.
Wow. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
You right.
This is gonna be her.
Hey, and you know what? Honestly, man, we need to redo this. We need to do this conversation again, but next time we need to have a woman.
Yeah,
present.
definitely.
So I want to have a woman guest.
Any females out there, especially any
come to the table,
because I know I got some strong-minded female friends out there, and I know they finna be looking at this like, no. I know he would. Joe is on here showing out right now. Nah, I'm just telling you. If anybody want to come sit down with us, join us, man, the floor is open. We are taking in all opinions.
And if you got a place to record, we'll come to you. We'll even come to you because we really want to, get this out in the open because there's some hurting. The community is hurting right now. I ain't even gonna lie. The community is hurting. And first it's starting with the family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we need to figure out how to get the family because honestly, man, we be mean mugging for no reason. Like, I was looking at a podcast one day, and he was like, man, we had money.
Wow.
And I was mad for no reason. Like, I'd just be walking around mad, and I had money and everything I wanted, but I was just mad for no reason. And we got a lot of people, a lot of black people, we walk around mad for no reason.
Mental
like
health.
Other communities, they ain't got no world star. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other communities ain't on Facebook whooping each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? Every time you turn around, they want to beat you up. That ain't happening, man. Man, I can go step on a white guy's shoe right now and say, man, I apologize. Man, it ain't. I can get another pair of boots. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't us. That's us. Even if you had $100,000 in your pocket and I stepped on your shoe, it ain't had nothing to do with if you could replace that shoe. It was all about we feel like you disrespected us.
Right.
You stepped on my shoe, you disrespected me.
Right.
Why, man? Why? Why are we so hungry for respect? Why, man? Why is it that?
I mean, it's something, to me, respect is something that definitely has to be earned, but it also got to be given. Yeah. And then you got to be able to see the difference. Everything is not a move of disrespect. Yeah. We always think somebody is out to disrespect us. I heard this from this boy Nipsey one time. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle.
Rest in peace, man.
And
he was trying to do it.
He talked about one thing that happened to him was when he realized how he looked. And then he was banging and he was out looking for the opposing team. And the reality came to him when he looked at them, he was looking at himself. Like, if you really just out here banging, why you just rolled by all these white people, all these Asian people, why you ain't pop off on them? But you found the person that looked just like you to be upset with. Sound like you just upset with yourself. And I think that's what a lot of men, especially black men, we mess up at. We upset with ourselves, and we looking for that dude that look like us that we could just spaz on. For the least little thing, anything, a shoulder, you brush up against their shoulder. Hey, hey man, you got a problem? No, bro, I don't have no problem. I'm sorry, my bad. Oh, okay, yeah, watch where you go. See, we can't even take an apology.
Nope.
We got to take it to a whole nother level. Man.
Yep.
I really don't get that, man. I don't get that.
And then your apology turns into, you know what I'm saying? It goes from you trying to apologize out of respect to him disrespecting you now. You know what I'm saying? Because
So
he like,
now
watch where you going, homeboy. Now you offended.
Now
And
you can't
feel
apologize.
disrespected. What?
Because you
Watch
mad.
where
Now
I'm
like,
going.
whoa, wait a minute, hold up.
And now here it is, both of y'all toe to toe over nothing. Nothing. Now somebody done got shot over what?
Man.
Nothing.
And it's too many of us dying.
Yeah.
I promise. I hate watching the news. I cannot stand watching the news because I just don't want to see us on there. I don't want to see us on there. I don't want to see another one. Because 9 chances out of 10, don't get me wrong, yeah, I understand. There's some cops out there killing black people and losing their mind. But most of the time I turn that damn news on, it's one of us that done killed each other.
Hey, we're going to end this podcast pretty soon because we rolled into a whole nother podcast.
Facts.
Out of relationship because now he talking about, what he talking about is real, and we can go on and on about, you know, we out here marching about, you know, police, we out here on our knees and all this other stuff, but we killing each other every day, like by the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody saying nothing to bring the black on black crime to an end. You know, but that's another podcast in itself.
24/7.
We just wanted to come out, man, and do this first episode on relationships.
Yes, sir.
Just to, you know, because we always talk. Me and him always talk, and we have always talked. And we was like, man, you know, we kick some deep stuff, man, that probably can help somebody. And now he's doing his motivational speaking. He's getting the opportunity to talk to a lot of different people. And it's a lot of different subjects that he said, man, the stuff that we talk about, people really want to know about.
Yeah.
So we just want to come out with something that can, you know, instead of us just hanging out talking, we just going to put it out there and we're going to just talk to y'all too, you know?
Free word movement.
Free word movement, man. The word should be told, not sold. Holla at y'all.
Deuces.